So Cadence.
Wait, is this?
Yeah.
We're starting?
Yeah, we're starting.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Don't get too excited. Don't drink on. Don't drink during the show. What are you doing? Cadence, put the drink down.
I got all nervous when you clicked the button.
Wow, that was crazy how you were able to drink and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Don't be like
gaslight
that.
you into making you think that it was you.
Stop. You can't start
Sound
it.
effects.
5 seconds in, you can't start the
Yes,
sound
I
effects.
absolutely can. If you like this episode, make sure you check out our sponsors. Raid Shadow Legends!
I wasn't even embarrassed about it. I was like,
Molly.
Molly was hecka embarrassed, bro.
Holy Lord. She was training to take revenge on someone who killed her parents, right?
Oh gosh.
She was becoming a superhero. Cadence, how was your day?
Day was good. I didn't do a crazy amount. I went to church. That was a good thing.
How was church?
Church was good. I like it. I've been going to Live Oak.
Vibes? Shout out.
Yeah, I mean it's right down the road from us.
True. I need to go there one Sunday.
I was gonna walk there.
Oh, that
but
sounds
then,
actually really
listen,
nice.
The stupid thing is friggin' I wait so much that it starts at 10 and at 9:50 I get out of bed.
That's
and I'm there
good.
a minute or two late, but I'm there,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, hey, look, dude, you showed up, and that's the important part.
Right. And then I played basketball.
My day was kind of rough.
Okay.
I got hit in the head with a soda can this morning.
From what?
I got hit in the head with a soda can.
For who?
I was one of the dudes at church.
Oh.
Yeah, I was lucky it was a soft drink. I hit the button twice and it cut off.
I think that's a sign that you should stop.
Welcome, everybody, back to the HPE show. I am making another episode, and we're going to put these out back to back because why not? I can. You can't stop me. I'm too powerful.
Grind don't stop with the HPE show, except for the year that you didn't post.
Okay. Oh, no. You didn't have to call me.
I don't remember.
Well, that's fair. No one was listening anyway.
Do you get analytics? Can you?
Yeah, I can see them.
So genuinely, no one listens to it, or you?
No,
do
I actually do
people?
have. There's a few listeners. Yeah,
that's cool.
You,
I'm on there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're on there. Lily's on there. Hi, Lily, and she listens.
Wait, you can actually see profiles?
No, my friend Lily.
Oh.
Yeah, she just talks about listening all the time. So.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure Katie listens a lot. Usually, whenever there's a new episode, she gives it a listen.
Are you talking about? But not in between that year span that you didn't do jack crap, right?
Oh no! I mean, some people went back and listened to it. Like Chris would listen to him. Chris. I don't know why it's like an air horn. Anyway. I think our neighbors hate us, and I don't understand why.
It's 9 o'clock.
We're both
it's
very
9:30.
tired. Yeah,
9:40.
I've been up since 7 a.m. I'm a tired boy. How long? I was about to ask you
how long I had been up.
Yeah, but you literally just told me.
Yeah,
about 9:50.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, welcome back to the HPE show. It's your boy Cadence Quitscribers with me, Mr. Joseph Galen. Yeah.
It's a late night podcast, baby.
There it is. Our studio audience. What do you guys think? Thanks. I need to put new sounds on here.
Yeah,
because I'm really.
You can load them up in there.
Oh yeah, you can
load
that's
them
so
up. Sick, bro.
Shout out to our boys at Rode for their
sponsored
Rode
this episode.
Oh, absolutely. If you like this episode, make sure you check out our sponsors. Raid Shadow Legends. What you couldn't see because what you couldn't see because we don't have cameras this episode is that I absolutely thrusted my head backwards, turned myself into a thumb, and shouted into oblivion.
Speaking of Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, are you about to start loading up Raid Shadow Legends?
Okay, I'm doing a business thing right now.
Speaking of business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about how excited you are to do a startup?
Now?
Dude,
I would love to.
I want to hear this passion.
Now that you're freaking you just, I have a burning. Do you see the grin on my face right now? Okay.
If we had cameras, freaking everybody else could see it. Real quick, the reason I know it kind of touched on this in the last episode, but the reason we didn't do it is because we just wanted to go, and this is kind of our way of like just getting back into the flow of things.
Yeah.
Probably next time we'll have camera setups and stuff like that.
And
like,
I'm hopefully gonna be on it a lot more.
Oh,
I'm really excited about that specifically.
The plan for me is to have you and Chase on. Hopefully every episode. Obviously, scheduling conflicts are a thing, and like sometimes, like, I mean, I'm hoping to have Kyle on a lot.
Yeah,
I'm hoping I'll have Chris on a good little.
I know
bit.
someone that I talked about doing that they were talking about they want to do podcasts, and I was like, I mean,
Heck yeah.
bro Joe,
do
a
it.
podcast
King.
I was like, let's
Legend.
get you on here,
Let's
bro.
go. Bet.
Anyways.
Anyway, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So yeah, there's not really much to talk too much
I know,
about,
but just you're happy about it, and I want to hear that energy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, if we're gonna be like a serious note, real quick, like,
Yeah.
like I think there's so many like creative people in this world, especially you, Joe. Like, you are so freaking creative, and I love seeing all these people be creative. But there's always a downside for all of these creative people because they're doing jobs that they hate, especially every day, and that frustrates me. And like even like my pops, I mean, like he's such a creative guy, and and you know there's always a realistic side to everything, but I feel like there's always a way. You know what I mean? I even just talked to my brother Corey about this. He was like, because he did a startup for a blog company, and now he does that full time, and he makes awesome money doing it.
Absolutely.
And like I feel like that's just that we owe it to ourselves as people and creatives. Like, why not have that as our job, even if it's something like maybe it's not making short films, but why not do mixing like a couple passions together? Like I've been thinking about doing music and videography, or I just hit up my I just texted my sister about doing
you good?
Yeah.
You're
doing
good?
fitness videos. She does CrossFit and stuff like that, and I was like, that would be sick. Just
Kelsey throwing weights around.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
Like, that's a scary lady.
Yeah, bro. You should have seen her when she was like 5 years ago, bro. She was freaking jacked,
dude. There is such a level of appreciation for me, like towards people who can do that.
Yeah,
because that is insanity.
Yeah,
people who can who
that's a program.
Much. Word.
Insanity's a program.
There it is. Well, okay. Not to detour too much, but I think I mentioned this to you. You ever accidentally stare at someone in the gym because you're like, heck, whoa, okay, and then you're like,
dang, you got glutes.
Yeah. Well, see, like, okay, all right, so.
Yeah, right.
All right, personal.
This is immunity. You have a full immunity.
This is immunity.
Yeah,
and this is it was respectful. Because we're big fans of respecting women on this podcast. Yeah. If you don't respect women, what are you doing?
Right. Get off the podcast.
Get off the podcast. Leave. Oh,
no.
Joe
just leave.
I just,
he just outed himself.
Outro music. Anyway. Oh, I hit the wrong button. They shouldn't have given me this kind of power. I was in the gym, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to getting back to the gym again. I'm starting again tomorrow. I'm very excited.
Hey, you're starting again tomorrow?
Yeah.
Where you going?
I still got my subscription to Planet Fitness, but I'm going to be looking for just a better gym in general because Planet Fitness is good, but it's more for casual. Kind of like working out. And that's not what I want it to be. I want it to be an everyday, at least, maybe not every day.
Well, you gotta, you obviously got to let your body,
thing,
right?
Know?
Right, it's got to be a lifestyle. If you're
exactly.
trying, especially if you want to see results, you got to have that. That's the biggest thing. Is like people, you got to stick with it. Like,
absolutely,
you got to make that routine.
Absolutely.
So
okay,
I was shut up and let me
talk. Just stop talking for 5 seconds. Oh goodness. Also, side note: make sure you're thinking of something for take it or leave it in the rec section.
Okay.
So the rec sec.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a name for the recommendation.
segment.
Rec. Yeah, but the rec sec sounds. It sounds like you could easily get screwed up and say something you don't want to say. So maybe we won't do that one. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Okay. But we'll figure out something.
Anyways, what are we talking about?
The gym.
Okay.
I was in the gym. Mm-hmm. This lady walks in. And I won't lie, she's an attractive lady,
right?
But like, she slapped the freaking plates on a bar and went to town.
Really,
dude? I was like, oh, holy Lord! She was training to take revenge on someone who like killed her parents, right?
Oh gosh!
Like she was becoming a superhero, and I was like, oh my God,
yeah,
because like. She had like probably like 300 some pounds on the bar.
Wow.
Not even counting the bar's weight to begin with.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, lady.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh no, I'm staring.
Yeah.
You know, if someone sees you in the mirror staring at them doing squats,
it's creepy.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though it's like, I could walk up and be like, excuse me, ma'am, I was trying to be respectful. It's like, that's not a good look either. I wasn't
looking at you.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed me staring at you doing your squats.
I was just really appreciating.
I just wanted to appreciate. So it's a bad vibe. Anyway, back to what you were saying. Oh,
about the startup?
About the startup.
Oh gosh, there's nothing really. We sidetracked with that with Kelsey doing fitness.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happened. You were just talking about how excited you were.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I think the biggest thing is like again, taking like a serious note, it's like I think everyone has procrastination in some sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's getting through that procrastination and getting out of your comfort zone. I tell you what, I listen to Gary Vee. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Guy was like,
he does like a lot of like, the things that's holding you back are your mind. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And every other word is like the F bomb. So they were talking the other day about getting out of your comfort zone. Yeah. And one of the things that he was talking about, he was like, you know what, something I do is when he was trying to get out of his comfort zone a little while ago, is when he went to coffee shops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He would ask for 10% off. Just because. And like he said 7 times out of 10, they actually gave him the 10% off. And I was like, okay, so today I went to Starbucks today.
Okay.
And I had this stupid grin on my face going up there because I was with Molly too, and I was like, I look out in the window and I was like, Molly, I started laughing. I was like, Molly, I'm gonna do something. You might get a little embarrassed. She was like, what are you gonna do? So I looked at him and I was like, he gave me a total. I think it was like $10.
Yeah.
And he was like, I looked at him. I was like, hey, can I get 10% off? And the look on his face, he did not know how to react. He was like, and I was like, for the drinks. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, here's my card. And that was it. No. Hey, do you know what's funny about that?
Look, you did it though.
Yeah, and I did it. And do you know what? After that, dude, I felt like I was on the moon, bro. I felt like I was so hype after that. I was like, I'm not even mad, bro. It's not even about that. It's about that comfort zone and getting over that wall.
Dude.
He even talked about like laying down. Sounds so stupid, but like laying down in what is it? Aisles at the grocery store, just laying down randomly,
just doing it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like people don't understand. Is like there's like the social thing in someone's brain. This is like they don't want to be embarrassed, or that secondhand embarrassment, or like the whole 10% off thing. It's like, what is the worst the thing that he was gonna say to me? You know what I mean?
No, that's the worst thing.
He said no, and I wasn't even embarrassed about it. I was like,
Molly
was hecka embarrassed, bro. She was like,
oh, that's great.
She was like, why? I'm like, I'll tell you what, because like, if I'm really trying to grow myself and be the best person I can be, being out of that comfort zone and breaking that wall is going to be a definite good step for me.
Absolutely.
For sure. You know what I mean? I would encourage anybody who's watching, or even you, Joe, it's like, Dude, just try it. It sounds so stupid. Like, it sounds so dumb.
Yeah.
But what is the worst that's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He says no, and he did. And and just be respectful. I was like, okay, here's my card.
Yeah.
Give him a tip.
Well, see,
you know what I mean?
And that's something that's I've realized in myself is like my reliance on my comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Even just like creatively, you know, with is now a good time to announce Julian's?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bet. Okay, so Cadence, and I mentioned it on the last podcast that you and Kyle have asked me to write a series for your Quit Laughing show, and well, now we can talk about it. It's kind of like I don't know what is it. It's this absurdist series following friends / family in a flat or a home.
It's very weird. Yeah, and it's very not choreographed, and that's the way we like it. You know what I mean? It's almost like what you watch, like the Auntie or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of
I can see, and by the way you write that, it's like a lot of like that, or like even like The Office. I think we've been kind of thinking about doing a little bit of stuff like that.
I'd even be happy. Shooting it like The Office would be really fun because it's also kind of run and gunny. Which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really like. Yeah, and maybe that's just the laziness in me to be like, you just be easier. Which I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say like The Office or Parks and Rec or anything like that. No, because they plan out when they zoom in and when they all that. Yeah, and I'm sure we will too. It's just fun to do that. If you have someone behind a camera that has comedic timing, that's something that's really talented. Oh, like it's a talent. Yeah, really. Absolutely. What else was I saying? But yeah, so Julian's, like you were saying, it's a little out of my comfort zone. At least it was. Because, honestly, because I didn't know if it was going to be funny. Yeah. Because I was like in my room whenever I wrote the first episode. I was in my room at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I was just like, I was so tired, but I was like, this is funny. And then like I was thinking about it. Yeah, like Mango Jerry, the tap dancing dog. I wrote that in the first episode, and I was like, is this going to be funny, or am I just stupid? Right. And then as soon as I sent it to you guys, and I got nothing but good feedback from you and Kyle, it made me feel very happy, not just from an artist standpoint, but like as just an individual, that I was like, I got out of what I know works, right, and tried something new. Yeah, and that's exciting for me because like I don't, every time I write something, every time we do something new, even doing this podcast, just spur of the moment. You walked in earlier and I was like, hey, check out this freaking this new gear I got. And then you're like, cool, let's record. I was like, yes. Yeah. You don't always know if it's going to work. Yeah. Obviously, I can tell that this is working right now. Like, right. Very nice. Like, we're only 18 minutes into this thing. Oh, God. And it's already one of my favorite podcasts we've recorded. Really? Yeah. Like this and even the episode with Chase earlier. I feel so relaxed. It just feels nice. Yeah, dude, isn't it? I feel so relaxed. Honestly, we should do them at night more often. Maybe we shouldn't do cameras. I'm genuinely, because it feels so comfortable not doing it. It feels so much more comfortable. I remember the last episode with Wake, when we were doing Wake the Shore. Yeah. It was like, I kept worrying about the camera. Because, like, dude, seriously, people that record on cameras and, like, YouTubers and all those people, and even me, it's like, I can try to be someone, or I can never be myself. Everyone has some sort of camera persona. Just so weird and odd, but it's such the truth. No one is themselves on camera. Yeah, and I feel like that's such a relatable thing. It's always in the back of your mind. It's like, oh, do I look good here? Am I getting a good angle? Exactly. And that's not a bad thing necessarily, but it does take your concentration away from just being yourself. Yeah, which I think I prefer on the HPE show. Now, once it comes to like Cup of Joe, whenever I finally make that, I'm definitely going to use like cameras and things like that, because it's going to be a big part of it. But like, even this right here is like so organic. Nice. I don't feel like I feel like maybe we just nixed the whole cameras thing. I think I want a cigar. I'm starting to. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, no, it's true though. Goodness, what was I saying? Did we just get lost really quick? Oh no. What were we talking about? I was talking about like writing and whatever. Oh yeah. Yeah, and like every time I write a script and stuff like that, it is absolutely a step out of my comfort zone. Like every time I try to write something, I try to do something new, and I try to find what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And then also do something completely different.
Right.
Every time. Because even with like, snot. We were going to make a short called The Road Goes On Forever this weekend. I talked about it a little bit on the last podcast about how it got delayed, and we're going to figure out when we're going to shoot it because everyone was really excited. It's just, life happens.
Yeah.
And I'm not upset about it. Like, it was frustrating to have to push it back because we were all excited and ready to go to shoot the first half of it. But that one, whenever I originally wrote the first draft, was a step out of my comfort zone because I had to write like sort of romantic dialogue at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah, and that's not something I did.
I can't even imagine writing that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm all comedy.
And every time I did it, I was like, "This is gonna be cringy.
Right?
This is gonna be good." And part of it is the delivery. Like, I'll be honest. Like, sometimes you can have some weaker material and then people sell it, or you can have great script writing, and then the actors just boof it.
Yeah.
Not that. Obviously, Peyton and Jonathan were going to do that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like, I think like I showed it to my actors, and they liked it, which was nice, and they slid a little bit of that Southern accent on there, like I wanted, and I was like,
yeah,
ooh, baby, you love to see it. But it was a step out of my comfort zone. One of the newer ones that I'm writing, A Grinding Gear, I'm going to get my buddy Cody Hanna to direct it, my boy Boston to be the DP on it. I sent it to him because I'm really fired up about it because I think it could actually be something. Like, I showed it to a few of my friends, and they were like, oh, like this is something.
Really?
Yeah, my buddy, I think it was Mitchell Norman. I'm just name dropping. This is the name drop episode.
Everything. This is transparency, right?
Absolutely. I just appreciate my friends, and I don't want them to go uncredited.
Yeah.
Even if I know they did it just because they're my friends, but I love my friends.
Right.
Like, I am so blessed to have such amazing people, like the one on this podcast. Oh my Lord! Oh my goodness. Yeah. Like, I showed it to my buddy Mitchell, and he was like, "Hey, you need to write a pilot for this." And I was like, why? He's like, because this is a story. You have something here. Either write a feature or a pilot based on this, and then whenever you show the short film at a festival, if there's like a producer or something like that there, probably not Cucaloris.
Why do I dislike Cucaloris though?
They're a little bit weird whenever it comes to local stuff. There was this, and this is coming from someone who is outside of the Cucaloris thing. Like, this is just from secondhand what I heard. The reason why I've never been, it's just like I just didn't really want to fool with it because there was this movie that was locally shot called Pieces of Talent. I believe it was like a horror short. I think it was a short. It may have been a feature. I'm not completely sure. But people were like, whoa, this is really good. This is really good. And then they were trying to get Cucaloris to play it. They basically just flat out refused to do it. Yeah. And it was weird. Huh. Like, there was such a demand and outcry for it. And then and again, this is obviously from someone on the outside. If that's not true, I don't want to badmouth anything. This is just from what I heard from the folks on the ground that I met at film school and the tutors, not necessarily at
and
just
the director
and literally everyone and Cucaloris themselves told me.
But I don't know. You know what I mean? It wasn't from the cherry tree.
It was through the grapevine. It was straight from the people who said it, but it was through the grapevine. Marvin Gaye himself told me. But that was the reason I've always been a little bit weird about Cucaloris because I've been and I don't want that to paint my experience completely.
It's so hard not to have that already opinion about it though, because because now you already have a bad taste in your mouth about something that you don't even know about.
Yeah, it wasn't even personal experience from someone else, and
but you're kind of a little peeved off about it, though.
Yeah, a little bit, because I don't even know the people. You're like,
kind of screw those guys.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't even know the people who made the movie. At least as far as I know, I might know them just because I'm sort of getting more well connected with the film scene here in Wilmington, which is kind of a cool feeling. I'm not gonna lie, because like, the more and more I make friends, the more and more I'm finding people I enjoy working with. And then I'm like, hey, you want to work on this thing? And they're like, cool. And I was like, I can't pay you. And they're like, cool. And I'm like cool. All right.
Genuinely, seriously, can't pay you.
It's such a crazy feeling to have people that are willing to gather around whatever I write.
Right.
Not necessarily whatever I write, but the things that I write.
Yeah.
That it's something, I don't know, it's just a crazy experience to have this
thing that you created and everyone's involved with it.
I was talking to Bennett, okay? Bennett got a little saucy tonight, okay?
Are you talking about like saucy?
Like as in, like some alcohol.
Like he had some drinks?
Like he had some drinks. And we were talking and everything. And Bennett gets very sweet whenever I'm exposing you, Bennett. He gets a little, he's a sweetheart whenever he's had a little something, because he talks about it. He literally messaged our group and he was like, hey, I don't tell you guys enough because I'm me, but I love you guys. And I want you to know that you guys are all incredibly talented and thoughtful and creative. And I was like, holy cow, man. That was something I needed to hear. And it made me very happy. And then one of the times, it wasn't super recent, but it said something to me. He was, he got a little saucy and whatever. And he was messaging our Facebook chat, and he was talking to me, and he was like, hey, you're one of the most creative, like, people I know. You have original ideas. You don't just try to remake things.
Right.
And I think that's what this industry needs. It's what just film in general needs. And I was like, my heart, like, exploded, because that meant a lot. Because, I like, some of my stuff is definitely inspired by certain things. Like Daniel and Maggie definitely was inspired by Firefly, because it was an influential part of me, just because Firefly was such a good show.
We all have that part of ourselves, though.
Absolutely. Like art inspires art. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, almost anywhere you look. I mean, Superman was inspired by Shazam, which is weird to think about.
And Shazam was inspired by Jesus Christ.
Hallelujah. Praise be. Welcome to the fifth hour of the show. Today we're going to be talking about Jesus. But art is absolutely inspired by art.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to there's this song called I Don't Know What We're Talking About. And it's by this band NSP. That's an acronym. I'm not saying the full thing because it's a little interesting. But it's by Danny, Daniel Avedon from the Game Grumps. It's his band. Great band. I don't really listen to it much. And but there's this song that they have.
Danny, don't you know?
Danny, don't you know? No, it's I Don't Know What We're Talking About. It was a single. It's so funny, and it's obviously inspired by Queen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they even have a breakdown like they do in Bohemian Rhapsody. And in the music video, they reference it by doing like the album cover where the four faces in shadow and everything. And it's such a good song. Even on its own right, it's an incredible song. But it's obviously inspired by those kinds of like Queen and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which I don't think there's anything wrong with.
No.
Like I think there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. The wrong way to do it would be Joker, calling it out, because Joker is kind of just like a ripoff of Taxi Driver and King of Comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit. It's just the same plot, and then
I haven't seen either one of those, but I did enjoy Joker. I did. I thought Joker was pretty good.
2 stars out of 5. Anyway,
he's like 2 negative stars.
Have I told you how addicted I've gotten to Letterboxd?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so Letterboxd is basically it's pseudo social media. It's sort of
pseudo. What's that mean, pal?
It means it's
like sushi. Sounds like sushi.
You piece of garbage. Pseudo is like another word for sort of. I don't know. It's sort of social media.
Sort of.
Where it's more of a review kind of thing. Like here, I've opened up the app here. Okay. I'm going to my my account, and I have. You might like it. It's called Letterboxd.
Letterboxd.
Yeah, Letterboxd and then D at the end. Yeah, Letterboxd is the black bars on a film. Like if the
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
Like
HD film or something.
Like what Daniel and Maggie was, the aspect ratio for that.
Yeah, I know what
where
you're
it was like, I think it was like 2.35.
Is that what it's called, a letterbox?
Yeah, that's a term for it. But so I have written 22 reviews for different movies. And I've gotten absolutely addicted to it. Whenever I watch a movie, I instantly go to Letterboxd to write a review. And I think it's becoming a problem.
Why?
Because I've reviewed over, like, I think it's around like 15 or so movies just in the last week.
In the last week?
Yeah.
Honey.
Because I'm real into it now. And I've made like lists and stuff like that for it. Like, here, let me read you some of my reviews. Like for Joker, you might be upset at this.
Maybe you don't.
So my review for Joker,
okay,
was a film that says nothing and says it badly. 2 out of 5 stars. Some of them badly. Some of them are like very like honest. Like my Spider-Man 3 review is like an actual review. It was 2.5 stars out of 5. And I said, I'll say it. This one really isn't that much worse than the other movies. It's a serious step down, but it's still got good bits. Little kid me loved this movie, and Sandman is still my favorite Spider-Man villain to this day because of it. If you would have just gotten rid of Venom and made Harry less of a cringe edgelord on a snowboard, you would have had something solid here.
Why is that so accurate?
It's just like, I just watched it yesterday as of this recording, but then like I wrote that, and then I also wrote like my review for Batman versus Superman was 1 star out of 5. I said, if the edgy atheist kid in your class was a movie, it would be this. It thinks it's saying Shakespeare, but it's closer to Limp Bizkit. My Suicide Squad was also 1 star out of 5.
The older one.
Yeah, the
which now we're calling the old one.
The bad one.
Yeah, we can call it the bad one. That's something we'll agree on.
Yeah,
because in the moment I was like, that was funny. Because when I watched that movie, I was like, yeah. It's good.
Whenever I first saw it, I was like, well, that was fun.
Yeah, I know. Then the more I thought about it, I haven't seen it in super long. I only saw it once. And then I was like, yeah, it's kind of a film.
You know what my favorite moment was? This is Katana. She's got my back. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims. She can cut all you down just like mowing the lawn.
Does he say the mowing the lawn bit?
Yep.
What? No, he does not.
I may have said it a little out of order, but he does.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that's how her character is introduced, which sucks because both Joel Kinnaman, the guy who plays Rick Flag, and as we especially saw in the second one, he downloaded Letterboxd. I've created a monster. Like Joel Kinnaman in The Suicide Squad, the new one, is one of the best parts of the movie. Incredible, great actor. And then even Karen Fukuhara, the chick who played, I shouldn't say chick, that sounds misogynistic. The fine lady who plays Katana, she's a great actress. She was in The Boys. Have you seen The Boys?
I have seen the first 2 episodes.
That's fair. I don't know if you've met her yet.
It's a rough TV show.
Yeah, it's a hard watch, man.
Some things on there are like, okay, that's allowed, I guess.
Yeah, it's like,
okay, that's allowed. So we're doing that.
Yikes. My review for Suicide Squad 2016. 1 star out of 5. The cinematic equivalent of your kid sibling vomiting and playing in said vomit.
That's pretty harsh, Joe.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, that's pretty harsh.
My review for American Psycho
I haven't seen that.
It's really good.
Is it good?
Yeah, there's a reason why it's a classic. It's also a rough movie.
Your brother throwing up in and it's good.
And doing a flash dance.
You're just like all your reviews are just like your brother throwing up or something.
Oh, my review for God's Not Dead. Do you want to hear that one?
Oh no,
it was 1 star out of 5.
Oh gosh, Joe.
As someone who loves Jesus,
right? I do too.
I'm a big fan. I do not like God's Not Dead.
I mean, we're more than bad fans.
Oh, we're not just a fan; we're a follower. My review for God's Not Dead was 1 out of 5 stars. God's not dead, but this franchise should be.
Ooh.
He's doing. Oh, burn hands. Oh, goodness gracious.
Bro, that's a nasty one. You
like that?
You should pray to Jesus about that one.
I think he agrees. Goodness gracious. Yeah, some of them are like super honest, but then some of them are just not. Like my Star Wars review for the one, like A New Hope. 1977 classic. It says the movie that inspired thousands of filmmakers and even more gatekeepers. 4 out of 5 stars. 4.5. Excuse me.
That is a good.
Oh,
that's a good
classic.
Good. I like the old Star Wars one. I guess
they're beautiful, man.
I tell you what, I like the aspect that they did a lot of stuff that a lot of people weren't, and especially going back through, it's like in even like the same era, like it was obviously later, but like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It was so cool to see them do these things that you're like, it took so much grit. You know what I mean? That took they really they were a bunch of problem solvers. Being a creative problem solver is the greatest thing you can be, dude. Like that just is so cool to me. There's 100%. Something about that that's so cool. I talked to Dave Springer. You know who that is?
I don't know if I do.
You know Brantley?
Yeah.
His dad.
Oh, okay.
Again, names.
Dropping names. I like how we're only going to drop names of people we like.
Yeah,
because if it's like, I don't like you, I don't want people to hate you. My huge following. Please don't send hate.
He does. Where was I going to go with this? He does videography. He does graphic design, and he was talking about. I had a reason I was talking about this. Yes. Because he does Illustrator and in Photoshop and all that stuff, and when we were talking, he was like, that's all it is, dude. Is like it's this big thing, especially when you get a design that you're supposed to do. It's just problem solving. Yeah, and I think it's so cool. I really do. I think it's a great thing to have. I was like, creative problem solving is like, I think it's really awesome. I think that grows, especially creatives. That grows creatives on their craft and stuff like that.
That's actually a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah. What are you looking at?
I wanted to show you some other reviews.
Okay.
So I follow my friend Matt from work. Matt, if you're listening, love you, buddy. Matt from not work anymore because I don't work there. You'll love to see it. Big fan. I follow my boy Bennett, who I don't know if he's written any reviews. I think he's wrote one for Lighthouse because he really liked Lighthouse. And then
I heard Lighthouse was exquisite.
It's a weird movie.
I heard it was weird.
It's a weird movie. Oh, Cadence quit mentioned me in his Instagram story. Oh, crazy. But I also follow ya boy.
What's your username?
On Letterboxd?
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. If you want to go ahead and follow me.
I'm going to follow you. You can text me later.
If you just look up. If you look up Joseph Gallon, you're going to see me in my Star-Lord costume from Halloween. I don't actually know what my username is, do I? Uh-oh, spaghetti. Oh, it's Joseph_HPE. Because, of course. But Chris
is it Joseph _HPE_ God's Not Dead?
God's Not Dead Lover 31. God's Not Dead Fan 420.
That contradicts itself so much.
100%. Be like one of those guys that's like, oh, I love Jesus. I feel closer to him when I'm higher to him. Am I right, brother? I've met people like that. It's a yikes. It's a bit of a yikes.
Anyways, we should get off the pot.
Absolutely. We'll get off the edgy talk. We'll get out the edge, Lord talk. I want to read Chris's review for Fight Club because it's pretty great. Oh my gosh! Quit Laughing started following me.
Is that that is my username.
Look at that. You can change it if you want to. It'll let you. It doesn't at all. So Chris rated it 4 out of 5 stars, and he says, this movie's great, as long as you're not a 26-year-old pillhead who's so strung out that you let the philosophy of Tyler Durden penetrate your soft skull. Long story short, the movie's good, and my sister's fiance let this movie become his personality. So yeah, they broke up.
What an ending, bro.
It's a pretty good review.
Dang.
I'm not gonna lie. It's heat.
You should really.
I don't know. I just been getting more into just like remembering how much I love movies. You know, I don't even remember why we started talking about Letterboxd.
I just watched Red Notice.
Red Notice. How was it?
It's a rock film.
Okay.
And it's also a very what's
So
his
it's
name?
kinda-
Ryan Reynolds film. He plays the same character as he's ever played,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The Rock's like, the Rocks are like, oh, The Rock, get it? Because
It's
the
The
Rock
Rock.
was doing the Rock thing. Which don't get me wrong, I enjoy.
So it was a fun movie,
yeah,
but it wasn't much other than that.
yeah. But then
That's
because I
fair.
was watching it and I was like, that was funny, and because I thought it was gonna be like a hardcore, like serious film, and then I was like, oh, that's.
Oh, that's the okay.
That's-
Yeah,
okay,
I
we're
can see
doing-
how you would be
We're
disappointed.
doing this
doing
rock
something
bit
like that.
now.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like.
I will say that's
It was
one
good.
thing.
It was
That's
great.
one weird thing about a lot of actors right now, and I feel like that's never necessarily something they want. And I hope The Rock breaks out of it with Black Adam, because
too,
it looks
bro.
like he is going to.
Black Adam looks bad.
Yeah,
It
bad
looks super
bad
good.
tail, bad butt.
You want to censor me? Should I say it? So you censor me?
I mean, I
You
don't
don't
want
really want
to,
to have to go back through and do that.
but
do
if
you?
I have to put in a smooth jazz, I will.
Why don't you click the button when I curse? Okay, ready?
Because you'll still hear. I can mute you.
Oh yeah, mute me real
Wait,
quick.
hold on. Can I? Yeah, I can mute you.
Okay, ready? That's super bad.
Smooth jazz.
It probably still came in on mine.
No, maybe it didn't. Let's see. Bad.
Smooth jazz.
Oh, I was
Got him.
Gosh darn it!
It's okay.
I'm gonna have to edit that.
It's not a bad time.
I could
It's
have.
not a-
One of these days, I'm gonna have
bedtime reminder. I need to go to bed.
bedtime reminder. My mommy called me and told me to go to bed. But that's one thing I think a lot of actors do fall into is the playing themselves,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Because like The Rock's been doing it for a little bit, and it's not necessarily The Rock's fault. It's just
No.
people hire them to play themselves. Ryan Reynolds has been doing it for a little bit before Deadpool, and especially after Deadpool. Because like he kind of plays the same character in Detective Pikachu. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, they're
he's
just
just
not
Ryan
very.
Reynolds-y.
They're not very versatile actors,
Yeah.
and they're not very versatile. Maybe they're not versatile
I think
actors.
they are, but like they're
Rock-
being hired. Well, The Rock can do that. Haven't you seen Mummy 2, where he plays the Scorpion King?
I've seen the remnants of whatever that thing is that's supposed to be The Rock.
The weird CGI thing.
Have
Hey,
you
shout
seen-
out to our boys Corridor Digital.
Oh yeah,
Great video where they recreate that.
Have you seen Scorpion King?
The actual movie?
Yeah.
I have not. Have you?
Pretty bad.
Oh.
It's like one of The Rock's biggest
no.
breaks for
Yeah.
film.
Well, see, I think that was one of his first big roles ever in actual film that wasn't, wrestling. Was Mummy 2.
He is literally there. The only reason he's there for is sex appeal. You're like,
Yeah.
okay,
I'd
he's got a
understand.
smoking hot body.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
To ducktail from the point I was going to make
Right.
to another point. You
Right.
ever notice how weirdly like romance-less our modern movies are? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
And okay, so I haven't seen Eternals, but apparently there's like some freaking gratuitousness in Eternals.
What do you mean by gratuitous?
I mean they do the dirty
in a Marvel film.
in a Marvel film.
Why?
I
Why
don't
do we
know.
need to see that?
See, I was talking to Jackie and Colby, my sister and her husband. Today they have already
Listen,
seen
whatever
it.
they do is none of our business.
I'm not giving you the satisfaction of the ending. Moving on. They were talking about it and they were like, yeah, it's just weird because it was so out of nowhere.
That is
in
weird, bro.
In a Marvel movie.
I think I actually just had the conversation with Kyle. I said, "Do you think it was because of Stanley? Why that stuff never really went through? Because
there
he's such
were
an old-fashioned guy."
There were certain things with Stanley. Stanley wasn't super old fashioned. Let me tell you. He did some things that were a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Like he had a superhero or hero is a strong word. Super person. That he made with what's her face from Baywatch. The one they're making a movie about. Oh no.
You're blinking. Oh no.
Oh no. I can't think of Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
He made a superhero with Pamela Anderson named Stripperella.
Okay.
Moving
That's
on.
Different.
Yeah, it's a bit different. But there were certain things he wrote, especially for Spider-Man, that were like specifics.
When's that movie coming out?
I'm writing the script right now.
I'll be the first in line.
Oh, I appreciate you being supportive.
Just kidding. I don't support that. That's gross and grotesque.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I'm writing the script.
Why are you being so creepy when you said that, bro? You were so...
But the people will never know.
You were so creepy saying...
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's oddly romanceless. Only because I was thinking about it, right? Like you have Marvel movies kind of do it where they're like, oh, they have feelings for each other and then they kiss and they do a thing and it's great.
And then it's like
it works,
movie,
right?
You're like, okay, we know they like each other.
But then The Rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird to see The Rock kiss someone.
Yeah,
because you don't see it, which is interesting. Which I don't think is necessarily wrong or a bad thing, especially if it's an actor like.
You know what I heard? I heard that he's celibate.
Guys, thanks for listening to the HPE. Couldn't even say celibate right.
I said celibate.
You said celibate.
That's
not how you
my
pronounce
accent,
it.
bro.
Oh,
that's
it's your accent.
That's my middle eastern. Mid-Eastern accent.
Are you from Iran?
Technically, though, I'm like...
Midwestern,
United
I think,
States
is what you meant to
like
say.
Midwest, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're from Missouri, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Midways? That's the Midways.
Midways? I love Midway. My favorite... what was that director's name? It's the guy who did Godzilla and Independence Day.
Okay, I could totally see that now.
Roland Emmerich. I remembered. But
yeah, the new Godzilla?
No, the 1998 one, the bad one with freaking.
They're all bad.
Well, the newer ones are fun, at least.
They're fun.
I didn't see Kong versus Godzilla, so I can't. Yeah,
you're just like,
and you're like,
wow, this could be an hour.
Yeah, I heard it put really well because I was like, I don't really care about these human characters, and I was like, I understand that, but at the same time, it'd be weird to see Godzilla walking through the ocean, being like inner monologue. It's like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
fair.
You didn't see Godzilla versus Kong?
Not yet.
It was.
I heard it was fun. I heard it was dumb, which I was like,
dumb.
That's kind of what you want.
At the end, you're like, destruction.
Yeah, big monkey.
Yeah,
big monkey.
Yeah, it was very much like that.
Right,
like, destruction. That was it.
The thing I was saying about the actors, though.
My bad.
No, don't worry about it. I mean, I was absolutely willingly walking down that rabbit trail. We were going hand in hand. That's one thing that it breaks my heart to see Chris Pratt doing a lot of, because I love Chris Pratt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of people have just been hiring him to play Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating because after Guardians, he got really big, which is good. Absolutely deserved.
Right.
Great actor. He acts his heart out in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
He is incredible because really there's so many good movies, especially in the second one. So I went over to my dad's house the other night, right? I think it was Friday night, and I always say like my dad's house or my mom's house. They live together. They love each other, and they're in a very happy romance, and they're getting close to 30 years. You'll love to see it. Yeah, getting up there.
Like my parents just passed 32.
I think they got married in 93.
I think mine were 91.
Hey, look at that. So like 30 this year.
What?
Right? They would have been their 30th anniversary this year. It's crazy to think that 1991 was 30 years ago.
I think it was 90. Pretty sure it's been like 31 years.
Oh, okay. First of all, happy late anniversary to James and Stacy Quick Scribbers. Still have trouble. I'm sorry. Quadribus.
Can you spell it? We'll do this every episode.
Oh God.
Spell it for me.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, hold on really quick.
QU.
My last name is
Quitschreiber. Yes.
Okay, now try to spell it.
QUITTSCHIBER.
REIBER.
That's always
okay.
the one that
you get
makes
one
me
try,
upset,
bud,
dude.
and you'll get it next time, I promise.
Dude, it's always if it's the I before the E. That's always the one that trips me up.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense.
It's so frustrating because every time I put you in on like IMDb for any of the projects we work on, I'm always like, let me check his phone real quick. let me check my text.
Speaking of IMDb, bro, I looked at my profile the other day.
Yeah.
I went through and I did some suggestions to the editor or whatever, whoever does it. I don't know.
I think it was me.
Did you?
Yeah. Was your name spelled wrong?
No. I just wanted to put my height in because that's all I care about.
Yeah, okay, so the way that works is that, you just like, this is what this person is.
Yeah.
And then eventually they'll review it and they'll be like, yeah, okay.
Yep. And
But
so I did that.
6'3", right?
So now you can go to my thing, my IMDb page. It's like,
and you're like,
show
wow,
details.
So tall.
The
Oh
only
goodness.
details you can see besides my name and the things I'm known for is 6'3". Height.
You don't even have like a bio or anything?
No.
Love to see it. I don't either. I don't have anything about me in there. Cadence, Cadence Joseph, Quitschreibers. No, you gotta have IMDb Pro to have that. It's frustrating.
That's super dumb.
Sierra has it. Good for her. Big proud of her.
Beep.
6'3". That's the only thing that's on there. That's great. But yeah, guys. Okay, so we'll go ahead and ducktail into Take It or Leave It.
Yeah,
why not?
Oh, yeah, we're already 50 minutes. Holy smokes!
Doesn't feel like it, doesn't. So, guys, welcome to Take It or Leave It. This is the segment of the show where we talk about something great and that we're just happy and that we're keeping, and something that we're leaving behind us. We're taking and we're leaving.
Let's think about this. Kyle last time didn't have anything to leave, bro. He loved his week.
Which is great.
That's a great thing.
And I think that's absolutely okay to not have anything to leave. As long you got to have something to take, though, bro. We're going to find some positivity before the end. So I did record a podcast before this one, so I already did do Take It or Leave It, but I'm going to find some new things to say as well. So we'll start with Leave It. It's something that we're
You want me to
saying,
go first?
Go away for the week. Please do.
You want me to go first so you can think about it? You want to do my Take It or Leave It first?
Leave It.
You want to do my Leave It first? Let me think for just one.
Oh, he's thinking. He's doing a little bit of a thinky winky.
Second.
You know what? I know what I'm taking.
Okay.
Or leaving, excuse me.
Okay.
Negativity.
I
don't know that's super broad, so let me narrow it down a touch.
Okay.
Just specifically negativity about who I am and what I can do. Because I am tired of second guessing my own ability.
Right.
Because even if I'm not the best at certain things, I'm pretty darn good.
Yeah, dude.
And that's what I'm learning, is to be able to take credit for things and to be able to understand that I can do this and to not let other people tell me what I can and cannot do.
Exactly.
Because I have allowed myself to be a slave to other people's opinions.
Right.
Which is unhealthy. and yeah, no more. We're done. We're done with that. None more of that.
Okay, well my Leave It is bro, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus.
But my roommate,
it wouldn't even make it out there. He wouldn't even watch this, but one of my people that I work with.
One of my co-people I work with.
Yeah. No names. A little bit of a micromanager.
But Jessica. Oh.
It's really hard to do my job sometimes.
Yeah, dude. Being micromanaged, it's frustrating because it's like, believe in me.
Exactly.
I've been hired to do this job.
Exactly.
Believe that I can do this job.
Exactly.
It's frustrating. Yeah.
But anyways, I have been making initiatives to start. I've been making the initiative to like ask specifically, like, hey, I need to do this. Can I just do this?
Absolutely.
Anyways, go ahead with your
with my ticket.
Take it, boy.
That was good. That was a really good leave. Taken. What am I taking? I'm taking I'm taking like really great people.
Oh yeah.
My circle of people. That's what I just need to be more appreciative of it. AKA my buddy Cadence, my buddy Chase, my family. My family's amazing. Even like Miss Rachel is in there. Whenever
it's my family too.
Yeah, dude. It's your actual family.
It's my legitimate family.
Even like, I was talking to Miss Rachel this week just to tell her about some of the things that were going on. I just like I was talking to Mom and I was like, I think I'm gonna call Rachel, just because like I wanted to talk to her about things that's going on in my life. And God's been super good to me, and I don't always recognize that.
Yeah.
But He has put some amazing people that in my life at a time that I need amazing people,
right, to
be able to have support.
I think.
So just something I don't appreciate enough.
I think there's something deeper there, bro. It's like I talk to some people. I play basketball, and I get to talk.
You play basketball a lot.
I get to talk to a lot of different people, and I remember talking to this one guy. He was like, I think he said he thinks God abandoned him. I was like,
goodness,
it's sad, but I was like, I think God does so much in your life and you don't realize, like,
absolutely,
like even like you thinking you did it yourself, like, you got to remember God puts those things in line for you to do. You know what I mean? It's not just you. There's always a greater purpose for everything.
Nothing happens outside of His hands, which is crazy.
Exactly. So it's like,
maybe we should start a Christian podcast.
Dude, it's that whole thing where it's like, it's the guy who's like, no, Jesus, he's like stranded in a boat and people are trying to save him. He's like, no, Jesus is going to save me. I don't need your help. No, Jesus is going to save me. I don't need your help. And it's like, well, God sent those people to save you, bro. You know what I mean?
That's a really good analogy. I love that one. Like, I've heard that a lot in, hey, Chris, I'm going to call you back in a minute. Sorry, buddy. I heard that one a lot in church, which was, if you guys don't know, so the analogy is this, that there's this guy who, there's this big flood. It comes and starts to wash away his house. The water gets around to his like waist, and there's a guy in like a Jeep. He shows up and he's like, hey, get in the car. We're getting out of here. I'm saving you. And he's like, hey, the Lord's going to provide. All right, buddy. Let me tell you something. The Lord is good. And eventually he gets too tall. And so he gets up to his second floor. The guy in the boat shows up. He's like, hey, get in. We're getting out of here. It's time to go. And he's like, let me tell you something, brother. The Lord's been good to me, and He's going to provide me a way out. And he like eventually he makes the guy leave, and eventually gets to the top roof, and a helicopter comes by. It's like, get in. We're getting you out of here. You're on your roof. The floodwaters are too high. It's time to get out. And he's like, brother, when the most dire circumstances, the Lord comes in and He's going to provide me a way of escape. And then he drowns.
There was a little Barack Obama impression in there.
Lord, he's going to provide.
There was a Barack Obama thing in there. You got telling you, bro. Anyways,
Obama's really fun. I like doing the Obama impression because he has such an interesting voice. But anyway,
that's the analogy.
He gets to heaven. He asks God about it. He's like, Lord, I trusted you to come and save me, and God's like, I sent a Jeep, a boat, and a helicopter, and you said no.
Right.
Which it's like, dude, nothing happens outside of the will of God. So like,
anyways,
let's
gotta reel it back into the.
Sorry, I get excited when I talk about Jeebas.
No, bro, we gotta talk.
We gotta wrap her up.
What we gotta do is have a full episode just about.
Dude, I'd be so okay with that. Oh my Lord. Let's get to our last segment.
Well,
recommendation.
You
have. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to everyone's bass speaker.
Going around for my take it.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the episode when I was talking about a startup of some sort. I don't even know. Dude, I'm so hyped and I'm so blessed.
Absolutely.
God works in such mysterious ways, bro.
Heck yes.
And there's just some things that I'm just like, I've had so much in my heart and I'm like, I'm so ready, dude. I'm just like so hype, and I don't think that's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
That I'm just this hype in my life right now.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean?
I think there are coincidences I'm starting to believe, like, yeah, sure, some things just happen, but like,
right.
coincidences aren't as common as we think they are.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's so many amazing, beautiful things that just happen. It's just like that. And if you're not paying attention, you miss it.
Right.
And that is, sorry,
Exactly.
I'm getting high. Dude, I want to go for a run.
Anyways, next segment. That's my take.
Recommendations, guys. What would you recommend to the people this week? What's something that you experienced this week, whether it be a movie or just an experience? What would you recommend, my guy?
Last week I started journaling. Actually, no, it was 2 weeks ago. I started journaling.
Yeah.
Best dang thing ever.
Really?
Yeah, I had terrible night's sleep for the past 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I had this little journal book that I've had for the past 3 years. I haven't written anything in it.
Yeah.
I did not write anything in it. And I picked it up and I was like, I think it was dedicated for like Wake the Shore, the band, lyrics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wrote in it. I went to bed and I had the best
smooth
night's sleep I've ever had in my
Great.
life. I really did though. I had a great night's sleep, bro.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. And I was like, dude, like that's it. Like that's all I had to do, bro. Like, are you kidding me right now?
Heck yeah.
So I started doing that like twice a week.
Good.
And man, God's been so good. And it's just like I've had so much less on my mind and so much less stress. And I think that's what I need. And I think I would 100% recommend just journaling your thoughts down. I know it sounds corny to some people, but I'm telling you, journaling just what your thoughts are in the moment is going to help you so significant on where you're at right now.
I had an idea for a book. That was the basis was a journal.
Yeah, that's
the journal of a time traveler.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so like the dates, it's chronological when he's writing it, but the dates are goes from 1980 to like 1887 or something like that. You know?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think it'd be fun. Not that that's important, dude.
What's your recommendation?
Who would have thought that the podcast that we recorded tonight, the one I would have to work and edit and censor, would be the one I do with you and not Chase?
Yeah.
Oh, you love to see it. What is my recommendation? Honestly, my recommendation.
Sleep. He's like,
I'm about to recommend that to myself. I'm about
to
absolutely punch myself in the face and knock myself out. But my recommendation is this. Get to work. Do something. Create something with your hand.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a hobby, dude, you could just be, if you're listening to this, maybe you just need to clean your room.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to straighten your apartment. Maybe you need to take your car to the car wash.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to do something. Do something. Do something that you know you will be proud of. Something that you've been putting off. You got that clothes pile on your chair that you need to, gosh, I'm going to have to fold these clothes up.
Yeah.
And you've just been putting it off and putting it off and putting
Speaking
it
of
off.
that trash outside that I've been putting off the past 3 days. Yeah.
But do something. And maybe it's bigger than that. Maybe you want to write. Maybe you want to sing. Maybe you want to go for a job that you didn't think you could get. Even if they say no, that's the worst that could happen. And then you can try again. Dude, do something. Do something that you can be proud of. Even if it doesn't succeed, do something.
Yeah.
Because it's far better to know that you tried and that, it may not have worked out, but you did it and you went for it, than it is to always keep going and to be a coward.
Right.
Or to be just lazy.
I'm telling you, bro, that's this whole conversation right here to the end. And I think you should label it that, like laziness and all that. And
heck yeah.
Like it all loops around, bro. I think we should try to finish on this. Like,
this has been a great episode, bro.
I'm telling you, it's like it's the getting out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's to just accomplish something, bro. You just gotta get up, accomplish that thing that you've been taking off or that you're scared to do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the more things that you do that you're scared of, the more you realize that you're your own roadblock, bro. And you need to gain confidence to get over that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do I know? I'm just I'm just a 20-year-old.
I think you know a whole lot more than you give yourself credit for.
This is what the craziest thing about this whole thing. Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
Every single person that listens to what we say or some inspirational speaker, they know it. They know exactly what they're saying. Yep. They know all the information. Yep. They just need to be told by someone else.
There's a big difference than knowing the truth and living in the truth.
I'm telling you. Sorry,
you
my bad.
Absolutely biffed that microphone.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
This got oddly inspirational, bro.
I'm telling you.
I'm a big fan.
Inspiration, bro.
You'll love to see it. We'll just cut out that whole middle of us talking about movies.
Inspiration.
Goodness. This is a good episode.
It's a good episode.
Cade, where can we find you on socials?
Yeah, I'm mostly on my my band account, which is called Wake the Shore, @WakeTheShore, and I'm also on Spotify, Wake the Shore Music.
Yeah, making some good music. When are we getting the next song? I know we just got one in October.
I know,
but like
next year, buddy.
Let's get one in December.
That'd be sick.
Let's do
I'd like that.
Let's do a song in December.
I would love to release an album.
Let's get you and Kyle to put out another single, and then album next year.
Okay, done.
Early next year.
Done. He said January.
He said January 1st.
He said a single December, and then single December 30th.
I was thinking like spring of next year, but all right. Yeah. Wake the Shore and follow my boy Cadence Quitschreibers wherever you can find him.
Yep.
Quitschreiber spelled K. That was so accidental. Quitschreiber spelled Q-U-I-T-T-S-C-H I before E. I-E. No, E-I? B-E-R?
You forgot the R. Q-I-T-T-S-C-H-R-E-I-B-E-R. It's okay. You only get one try per round anyway, so it's all good.
What he said.
My gosh, we're an hour and 5 minutes. That's
I'm okay with that. And there's almost nothing that has to get cut out. So I'm like,
besides
even right at the beginning.
A naughty mouth.
You did have a little bit of potty mouth. Your mom's going to wash your mouth out with soap.
This is Cade, bro.
This is Cade. We're getting to know Cade.
You got it.
I'm a big fan.
There's things I just
gotta say. I gotta edit. It's fine.
Right.
Dude, I'm so happy that we are even not just doing cameras because it feels so much better not doing it.
It does.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if we're gonna do cameras anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably not. This is nice. Follow me at joseph.ss.galleon on Instagram and then Captain JSSG everywhere else except for freaking Letterboxd, which is Joseph_HPE, and quit laughing on this fellow over here.
Quit laughing.
Get to know what we think about some films and cinema and art and such. Guys, thanks for watching. This was super nice.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a great day. And you know what? Did I even tell you this? I didn't. You know what I just realized?
Let me tell you the story.
Hold on a minute. I don't think I even told you the punchline of the joke I said at the beginning.
What was it?
I was telling you I got hit in the head with a soda can.
Yeah, and
I was lucky it was a soft drink. I didn't say it.
You said soft drink.
Did I say it?
You did. You're just stupid.
Okay. It's funny because it's true.